So today I'll be discussing what is appeal to force. It is under fallacies of relevance. But first let's discuss what are fallacies. So a fallacy is an error in reasoning. This makes an argument logically invalid. So even when the premises may seem true. So these flaws mislead listeners or the readers by creating the illusion of the sound of logic. So a fallacy can be classified into two. So these two are formal fallacies and second is informal fallacies. Formal fallacies involves mistakes in deductive reasoning due to invalid argument forms, so they are identifiable purely by analyzing the structure. So, formal fallacies are based on incorrect logical structure, while informal fallacies are based on errors in content, language, or context. Informed fallacies arise from issues in the content or the presentation of an argument rather than the form. So these fallacies often appeal to emotions, assumptions, or ambiguous language. So fallacies of relevance. And fallacies of relevance occurs when premises are logically irrelevant to the conclusion, even though they seem psychologically relevant. So in a strong argument, premises provide true evidence for the conclusion, while in a fallacy, the link is based on an emotional appeal. So to identify a fallacy of relevance, one must distinguish between a genuine evidence and an emotional appeal. So under fallacies of relevance is appeal to force. So this appeal refers to a fallacy where an arguer threatens to harm someone unless they accept the conclusion. So this threat, whether explicit or implicit, is logically irrelevant to the argument's validity. So in simple terms, this appeal says that this applies harm or applying force to someone to believe their conclusion or to believe their analogy or what they think about the thing, so that they would accept it, even though they would apply force or forcing someone to believe it. So whether the argument is logical, if the force or the appeal is said explicitly or implicitly, it is invalid and does not provide a genuine evidence for conclusion. So an example to appeal to force is a child saying this to their playmate. Example, Sesame Street is the best show on TV. If you don't believe it, I'll have my big brother beat you up. So this type of appeal to force pertains to threatening the listener to be physically beaten up. So this makes the evidence not genuine and also not valid. Another example is a secretary to their boss. So, I deserve a raise because you wouldn't want your wife to find out about you and that client. So, this threat or this type of force shows psychological force. So, this does not also validate the conclusion. So, it merely creates the illusion of support and doesn't create a valid ground for a genuine evidence for the conclusion. So that is all for my report, and I hope everyone understood my part. Thank you.